Most players are thinking the new heroes are the strongest version of the old ones. But there is a hiding catch that decides whether those heroes is going to help you or completely ruin your team. Hey everyone, it's Burgas here, welcome back. Today we're going to check out the two new heroes in Heroes of History Epic Empire. I'm going to walk you through their roles, exactly where they shine, so you don't waste a single antimatter on them. So the two new heroes is actually Shaka Zulu, Amina and Zazzau. This is the two new heroes. Obviously one of them is actually I like to call it an assassin, but this is basically just single target striker. And the other one is again single target striker. You can basically see this icon. It's just going to give you immediately something like most likely where this hero is going to shine. I'm going to go over each of these heroes. So I'm going to start with Shaka Zulu. Very interesting name, so let's see. So far I really hope actually something that the Heroes of History Epic Empire to do is just little help, because there is just so many heroes in this game. Obviously from the normal summons there is just limited amount, but we're presented with new heroes, so I'm going to be happy if the game gives some extra suggestion in this, for example, relic sword or equipment sword. This is for the depths little, you know, just do it. You're going to help the players a lot, because I cannot make videos for everything, and also this is my second opinion over the hero. So let's go over the spell of this bad boy, Shaka Zulu. First I have to mention that this spell is level 40, launches 40 projectiles that are distributed among enemies in a radius of 3 around himself. Each project deals 112% single damage to its target. Now from first look this is wild. Why is wild? Because it's actually 40 projects. This is a decent amount with 112% single target damage. We're talking about over maybe 4,400 is the total amount of damage this hero is going to do. Now since it's also a single striker, Shaka Zulu, I think it's going to be good for also Tesla Storm, especially with this amount of projects, especially for the single target. It's giving this impression for good AoE damage dealer, but I will not count that much on this, because it's like actually 40 projects. It's going to do tremendous amount of damage on a single target, but if it spreaded this damage around multiple targets, it may not actually be that much damage at the end of the day. So I really want to test this hero. Obviously the spell is level 40, so I'm not quite sure we're going to start from 112%. So I can just go and actually check in the heroes. Now here the spell is level 1 and it's just 76%. So it's not something, you know, crazy boost. You're starting with a pretty decent percentage, 76%. So I think it's going to be even valuable at level 1. 76%, 40 projects is like 280 or maybe close to 300% damage on a single target if everything go in same target. Now from point of radius 3, I mean radius of 3 is pretty solid radius. We're talking about a big radius, so if there is many heroes on the battlefield including troops and etc, this damage may not have this feeling of big damage like it's going to have on a single target. So this is my first impression, that the damage is very nice for a single target, but for the multiple target I'm not quite sure it's going to be that valuable. Because if there is like 20, let's say 20 troops around him, this is going to spread between these 20 and is going to end up by 2 projects on 1 target. That means it's going to be 224% on each target, which is not something crazy. I mean, from point of doing big damage. Especially the single strikers, they're like most of the time infantry. I'm not quite sure what kind of type is this bad boy. It's heavy infantry, so he is even a tank. Now heavy infantry, I want to point out, is not doing crazy amount of damage. Now here is the heavy infantry. The attack is this is level 17. The attack is 327. And if I check it out, the normal infantry here is level 16 and it's 350. And it's level 16, here is level 17. So the normal infantry is even doing more damage at the end of the day. I mean, this is also the same way applying for the heroes. You're going to see this bad boy, the normal attack that he's starting with is 353. And if I get somebody who is just an infantry, this is a heavy infantry, this is just an infantry, 323. So we're having a jump from point of attack. I'm expecting this thing to be just because of the power creep. You know, the new heroes present in the game should be one idea better with the previous one. Not always, this is not always the case. And maybe this is the main reason why, for example, Sir Lancelot is having less attack from the Shaka Zulu. On top of that, the defense and HP is also bigger for Shaka Zulu. I mean, we're talking from point of base stats. But if I want to use this hero as a purpose, for the purpose that is for heavy infantry, and this is the tanky play, I definitely will not count on Shaka Zulu. I mean, don't get me wrong, but this hero is only doing damage. And this is not what I'm looking in for a heavy infantry hero. First of all, he's going to be melee, so he's going to be in the front lines for sure. He's going to have some heavy infantry. Obviously, his stats is better from the previous heroes, but with a little more. I mean, some small percentage, and this is because of the power creep. But at the end of the day, having heavy infantry, I better prefer to have some other heroes. Maybe which hero I can actually point? Yeah, for example, Maria Curie. I mean, I'm going to count on her way better. And she's behind the lines. I have my tanks in the front lines, so I'm not going to have this fear that Maria Curie is going to die. On the other side, this bad boy is going to be on front lines. The majority of the time, the Quash is in the center, so all the negative effects, all the debuffs, all the damage, all the stuns, basically everything is focused at the center. So I'm not quite sure that Shaka Zulu is going to be able to survive this thing. So yeah, here I don't think I'm going to, you know, focus that much over this hero. Obviously it's a new one. From the stats we check it out, compare it to some other heroes, maybe with Napoleon. Look at the Napoleons, he's also very solid hero. I can say same for Napoleon, is doing some damage, but it's also reducing the accuracy. It's heavy infantry, I want to point out this thing, and increase the invasion of all aliens by 10%. So way better. It's like the buffer hero. And still is a good one. This one is pure damage, but I'm not quite sure this pure damage is going to fit the way that I really want to have him fitting. Now there is the other hero. We're going to talk right now for Amina of Zazzau. Amina of Zazzau. She's like with two swords, brother. Very scary to be honest. Now she's also single target hero. Even know that this bad boy Shaka Zulu is also AoE damage dealer. It's not just single target, but he's doing his damage with each projectile to a single target. Now let's check it out. Amina of Zazzau. Here the level of the spell is up to level 25. Deals 537% single damage to the nearest enemy. Prioritizing hero. Okay. By the way, I'm not quite sure. Is she infant? We're going to check it out. Deals a total of 328% bleeding damage to the target over 8 seconds. Deals 134 damage, single damage to the target for each bleeding stack on it, up to 6 stacks. That's a crazy amount of damage for a single target. Really crazy amount of damage. Definitely, I'm going to use this hero if I get her. Now we're going to make a couple summons. I don't have that many, but definitely I'm going to try to use this hero against some solid frontline. For example, you know, in the campaignings, you most of the times is going to face some crazy heroes. For example, maybe the previous one, where maybe this one, yeah, look at this thing, is King minus level 100. You have Hercules level 97, and you're having 2 Ashokas, by the way, here in this fight. So you need somehow to at least kill one of these heroes, because obviously you can use William Tell to kill one of the Ashokas. This is the way I approach this fight, but at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody to do crazy amount of damage on a single target. Even though that King Minos is a absolutely wild tank, maybe one of the best tanks in Heroes of History Epic Empire, and you also have some troops here. I actually have to go back and finish this one. So yeah, maybe this is going to be one of the places that she's going to be good. Another place is, maybe it's going to be the arena, but keep in mind that this spell is at level 25. So you have to level this spell 25 times. Now it's not like legendary heroes where it's like 40 times to level up the spell. So I'm going to check it out. This hero at level 1, how much is 400% single target damage. How many levels, by the way, we're having? Okay, level 1 and level 25. This is the progress. Total damage 280. Just so much damage this hero is actually doing, which, you know, I start thinking is going to be good one. Is infantry, so I really like that she's infantry. Okay, I don't like that much because heavy infantry for frontliners is one idea better. I mean, I have Achilles. Achilles is close to the same way. He's also infantry, and my infantry is dying very fast. Not gonna lie, I mean, he's dying so fast. So specifically for this hero, Amina of Zazzau, I think it's going to be good in some situations. Because we're having so many heroes that is doing so much damage to a single target. And since she's a melee, this is, how to say it, reduce how far she can actually hit. I mean, she cannot hit something. Okay, maybe she can, I don't know. For example, like Attila, you know, Attila is a melee, but he can actually hit something behind the front lines. But yeah, definitely this hero also needs some testings. So if I have to sum up all these heroes that are presented right now in the Heroes of History Epic Empire, this is Shaka Zulu and Amina of Zazzau, I can say that I don't have good feeling for Shaka Zulu from point of frontliner, but it may have some good benefits in treasure hunt against heroes, because against heroes there are just not many troops there. So all the damage this bad boy is going to do is going to be directly in the heroes. I think it's actually prioritizing heroes. No, it's not actually prioritizing heroes. I mean, how he can prioritize heroes when he's basically hitting everybody. So I think in the treasure hunt is having very nice future. Also, I believe in the arena is going to have very nice future, but for campaigning, especially when there's many troops involved, you know, there is campaigns there that there are tons of troops there and they're moving in your direction. I don't think his damage is just going to be enough. My personal opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Also, like the video if you enjoy it so far and you get some valuable information. And subscribe if you're new on this channel. I make Heroes of History Epic Empire videos on the weekly basis, sometimes like two videos per week. Strongly depend. But anyway, for the Shaka Zulu, I just have this this feeling that maybe it's not going to be that good, but I can be wrong. You know, I don't have the hero. I need to test it. I want to see on level 40 how much this 112%, even though that this on level 40, but this 76% damage, how much damage actually is. And for Amina of Zazzau, I have good feeling, to be fair. I have good feeling. the HP is like 14,000, but this is on the max level. If I compare her, I'm going to make one comparison because I really want to see her HP and her survivability. She's having 3,740. If I compare her to some other 4-star, this one is having even more HP and is actually hitting from a distance, which, you know, is something like, especially for the frontliner, the attack, defense and HP is very low compared to Jane Austen, and this is a season 1 hero. I mean, this is one of the heroes from the beginning. Obviously she's having quite different spell from what the Amina of Zazzau is doing. Amina of Zazzau is doing damage. On the same time, Jane Austen, I think, was mind control the enemy with the highest attack. So maybe because she's not doing that damage, is put it more survivability on her. But in same time, I think, you know, Amina of Zazzau, just because he's having some good amount of damage, some decent damage for a 4-star, I think that's why her stats is reduced from point of attack, defense, and obviously also HP. So this is my observations. If I get, okay, it's time for making the summons. Okay, so I promise I'm going to make some summons. I have only 5 of these arcane antimatter. Now, if you have a chance to do some summons when there is some event, just do it through the event. I'm doing these small summons just for the purpose of this video. Just, you know, when I speak about the new heroes and I make a couple summons, I feel that the video is actually completed. So let's check it out. Are we going to get some luck right here, right now? Are we going to get what we're looking for? It's going to be a 2 or 3-star. Okay, single target. We catch up. Okay, let's go with the next one. Are we going to get something interesting from these summonings? Oh my god, look at this thing, and boom, basically nothing. Armeticia. Okay, we have like 3 more. Come on, game. Come on, Heroes of History, Epic Empire. Give me some legendary. I have this feeling. Right now I have the feeling for this one. And it's going to be 3-star. We actually get a lot of 3-star. This is a lot of chrono crystals, and this is going to be the next one. Come on, give me something, and it's going to be epic. Oh my god, which one? Yeah, we get it. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make some tests over Amina of Zazzau. We're definitely going to make some tests, and this is going to be the final one. I'm not quite sure I'm going to win something, but wish me luck, guys. And I also wish your luck when you're doing some summons. Oh my god, the Shaka the Great. It's definitely the Great. So we're going to be able to test Amina of Zazzau, and yeah, in general, this is going to be, we managed to actually get her. This is a new hero for me, and I'm excited, to be fair. I'm excited. Oh my god, this is going to go at 2-star Awakened. I think rest was just chrono crystals, but yeah, we actually get her. We get her, boys and girls. So this will be for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you do, hit one like, subscribe to this channel. I make daily, okay, not daily, weekly Heroes of History Epic Empire videos. So if you're interested in this game, don't miss some video. I'm going to test right now Amina of Zazzau, making videos for her, giving you a better overview over this hero in the game. So wish you a great day and see you in the next video.